Hello and a very warm welcome. My two most embarrassing moments in my lifetime. Jim Black, big shout out to him. He enjoys my stories. I did a true story about a plane incident, which definitely wasn't funny, but it was a true story. That is bringing people into my life. That was a true story. One of my worst nightmares, and it literally became a reality. And now we're going to cover my two most embarrassing moments in my life. As you know, the first most embarrassing moment. Now these are true stories, 100%. These have happened in my lifetime. I've got two that come to my mind straight away, and I can't predict which is the most embarrassing. Silverstone 2012, I went to the F1 race. To cut a long story short, Saturday it was absolutely pissing down with wet. Qualifying got red flagged for a good hour, and it was absolutely just, the whole track was soaked, grass bankings, it was muddy as hell. It comes to Sunday, we've got an hour before the race, I would say. We saw the drivers come round on their parade, and then they were on the grid, they were getting their interviews, preparation. And I was desperate for the toilet, so I quickly ran down to the toilet. And obviously with Saturday, it was absolutely piss soaked wet. And instead of going round the path, I went down the banking. I was being a lazy bastard, basically. Instead of going round the path, there was an actual walkway. I wanted to get to the toilet as quickly as possible and get back. Obviously it was about an hour before maybe 45 minutes before the start of the race. But just an impatient bastard, I wanted to get there as quickly as possible. So I start to run down this grass banking. Instead of going round the walkway, I run down the grass banking. And remember, Saturday, piss wet through. I'm fine, I've got my phone in my hand. I don't know why I had my phone out. And I basically got to the bottom of this banking, and then my feet just went underneath me. There's 500 people, probably even more, stood at cops. And there's me, running down a grass banking. I'm absolutely fine, I'm not going to slip. Get to the bottom, my feet go completely underneath me. And then there's 500 people, probably even more, at cops. Just, way, what a fucking dickhead, look at that wanker. Literally goes straight on my ass, all my clothes are covered in mud. Literally, on the bottom, it was just like an absolute bog. My feet went underneath me, and everyone's just chanting, way, what a fucking wanker, what a wanker. And it was absolutely humiliation. I had my phone in my hand. This was 2012, so back then my phone was shit, but my phone was covered in mud. And yeah, that's probably my most embarrassing moment. Literally, you know that moment when you slip on your ass. Bit like Steven Gerrard, but Steven Gerrard had millions watching him, where I had like a couple of hundred people, but it was still humiliation. My second most embarrassing moment was on a motor, what do you call them? Them little, what's the name? Oh, I can't think of the fucking name of it. Them little motor bikes, like a little mini motor, that's it. I was on one of them. Now, this was when I was about 16. I was with my friends, as you do. We were out on the weekend, just messing around the estate. I was with my friends, and I was actually with a girl, like some girls, and one particular girl I fancied, I wanted to go out with her. So I get on this mini motor, trying to impress, trying to show off, as you do. We've all been there, you try and show off in front of a girl you like. Look, true story, I actually ended up going out with her in the end, but this was pretty early on. I get on this mini motor, I'm trying to show off, I'm trying to impress, literally turn it full beans. I tested the brake before, it was absolutely fine. Full beans, pull it up as fast as it would go. I soon realised that the throttle gets stuck. I'm thinking, shit, what do I do here? Do I go see the bike? I'm literally approaching the fence. Do I go steer the bike into the fence and jump off onto the grass? Or do I go steer the bike, onto the grass and jump like I'm heading straight to the fence. For some stupid reason, what I should have done was ghosted the bike into the fence and I jump on the grass. I would have been fine. But for some reason, I was more bothered about the bike than my own safety. So I ghosted the bike onto the grass and I went straight through the fence. And it was like one of these big, high, tall, brown fences. And true story, I was trying to show off, the throttle gets stuck, I basically ghosted the bike onto the grass and I go basically head through this fence, and it cost me about 150 quid to replace this fence. This is a true story. So instead of ghosting the bike through the fence, I put my own body through the fence. I went right through the fence and basically I was just sat in their garden, and then this dog came out and started like licking my face. And this was all in front of a girl that I wanted to go out with. So I was trying to impress her, and I basically ended up going straight through a fence and sat in a garden with the dog round me. So there's my two most embarrassing moments. Silverstone slipping on my arse in front of hundreds of people, and then basically going through a fence on a mini motor. The throttle got stuck. I should have put the bike into the fence, but put my own body, went straight through the fence, like head first through the fence, and basically cost me a lot in the pocket. 150 quid I had to pay for a new fence. And yeah, that was a lot of money back then, especially when I was only 16. Obviously, coronavirus playing havoc. I love these sort of videos. Like, obviously, F1, Formula 1, football, Manchester United are my main topics, but we got to think outside the box. And people are really enjoying these videos of my life, I suppose, like true stories about my life. Comment down below your most embarrassing moment. Don't be a pussy, get it in the comments. What is your most embarrassing moment? Let's interact. Comment down below, we'll always reply. And they are my two most embarrassing moments. Humiliation.